So yeah, I'm talking with Marty and Cambria, and we are about to do a UFO summoning. And other folks have done this. We're not the first. What makes ours special?
So I have already attempted a UFO summoning back on the winter solstice. That was part of a gallery show that I did. But this goes back even further to last year. I've long been searching for a book. It was a book by a man named Mario Pazziglini called Symbolic Messages. And he lived in my hometown. Passed away when I was a little kid and I had no idea about him, but he was collecting UFO abductee materials, and he was particularly interested in the languages and the symbols that were found with UFO crashes or abductees. So it was a long search. COVID just made it really difficult to do interlibrary loan for some reason and just kept getting thwarted. So finally, in summer of last year, a friend of a friend got it interlibrary loaned from the one place where it existed up in Canada. The book just...
It was kind of a sketchy deal, if I had to say so.
It was very much like, can you get this like university book for me? Like, shh. And our friend had it, and you bopped over there to pick it up for me. I don't remember why I couldn't myself, but...
So what are we talking, June 20th, 22nd?
I think it was the 20th, yeah.
20th. So the main thing that I remember from that incident was driving back, and I was going north up State, we call it State Street, but it's really State Avenue, North-South Street on the east side of Indianapolis. And I was just going up to where it meets Michigan Street, and I look up, just waiting, absent-mindedly, and I see an object. Like, looking just past where the school is on that block, and I see an object moving in a non-ballistic fashion several times in a row. Once a fluke, two, maybe you saw something. Three times is purpose. And I watched it for as long as I could before it just zoomed off to who knows where.
So you're picking up the book.
The book is in the passenger seat, and you just texted me like, hey, I just saw a UFO. Like, what are the odds? Where I myself have never seen a UFO despite trying to and getting all this research on it, but then the mere presence of the book manifests a UFO sighting.
And then suddenly weird shit starts happening.
Yeah, and then weird shit happened to the whole household. A month after that, our roommate heard Cambria singing in the backyard, went out there, got a gut sense that something was maybe don't run into the backyard willy-nilly, and then Cambria was inside the whole time. No, that wasn't. We were like, please don't get abducted by the Fae. Please don't. And then as I was prepping to do the gallery show and try and do a CE5 protocol, alien, UFO, summoning, what have you.
CE5 protocol?
Yeah, the contact, like Close Encounters of a Third Kind, Fourth Kind, Fifth Kind.
Okay.
So the idea is the fifth kind of contact is we contact them instead of them contact us, where you reach out. And I saw an owl while out walking the dog in a nature area nearby, but thought like, oh wow, beautiful, like nature is returning, let me get a picture, beautiful healthy specimen of nature's coming back in the area. And I like pull out my phone to take a picture, and in between like me perceiving nice, healthy, normal, physical owl, grabbing my phone to take a picture, it just went black. Like the face, the everything, it just black. And I went, oh, point taken. Put the phone away. Was like, thank you, I'm not taking your photo. Goodbye. And just escorted the dog out of there. And was like, I saw an owl. So,
Yeah, I've always been fascinated between the link of UFO and owls. I don't know if folks out there are familiar with the book. I can't remember the author's name. Stories from the Messengers.
Mike Cleland, I think it is. Messengers. Yeah, he's the guy with the owls and the UFOs. So.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, a lot of folks out there, won't look an owl in the eye. Just will not do it.
Yeah, where I knew I was kind of courting upset maybe by like photographing an owl as it was looking at me, but I was banking on it just being a regular not non-sentient, that sounds rude, but like an owl just doing its thing in nature
instead
as
of it
intended.
being an owl-shaped entity.
Instead of being an owl with a capital L, right? Like the difference between lowercase owl and uppercase owl. So, yeah. So
Okay.
The owls.
So tonight we're gonna
try and get the UFO Cambria saw on the horn, or anything affiliated with
Yeah,
that.
honestly, I'm not actually setting out any specific intentions of who, just that we're shooting a flare gun out there into the void and asking, hey, anybody got their ears on?
Yeah.
Cool. And we're gonna do it. We have over here a 4-channel amplifier for the spirit box, which means we could technically put 4 people in there. We're going to put 3 people in there tonight with headphones, let them all listen to the same spirit box and see what happens. Could be crazy, could be total gibberish. We don't know, but it's going to be fun.
Hopefully something, usable.
All right, cool.
Let's begin. It's 11:15 on Friday, April 21st in the Gregorian year 2023, which hopefully becomes pertinent later. I am a guest in this home, and I am a guest in front of this altar and in front of the many spirits that make this place home. I ask first that our presence be a comfortable working relationship here, and I thank you for letting us into your space, both as humans and as spirits. I ask that the Lama and the Alad, the tutelary spirits of us all, watch over this, keep our investigations safe as much as possible. To the companion and his tricks, we call you. To the beings seen over Arsenal Technical High School in Indianapolis by Cambria, my partner, on July 20th of 2022. We call to you. We call to those beings in the light that we perceived, or any who may know about them, or who would like to speak to us about them.
Comes down to me.
I think that means we're ready.
I think we're ready to roll. All right. Comes down to you. What we have told you.
It's true.
It's true. Okay.
4 of us came home.
So 4 of you came home. Where is home situation?
Garcia, home.
Who is Garcia?
Just a bunch of beeping noises.
What is your time cycle?
It's a word.
It's a word.
Speak.
Pizza.
The time is like pizza.
Pizza's a wheel.
Pizza's a wheel. Time is a wheel.
I'm seeing a lot of like hand imagery.
Yes. Moon gaze.
Tell me more about Garcia.
Frogs.
Frogs. Four of you came home. Are the 4 referring to people or beings here in this
Lots
room?
of weird beeping.
Were the four
We're together
end.
always.
four together? Oh, Jesus.
The end of what?
All is
Of
here.
it.
Of what? So it's banging downstairs.
What locations are important? Was the location that Cambria saw the UFO important?
Summertime.
Summertime?
Frogs.
Is that a literal time, or is that...
I may have missed it.
May have missed it.
Missed what?
Pretty much.
I'd like to know more about
Utopia
Utopia.
of peace.
Is that why you're here?
Yeah, why are you here?
Promo.
Homo?
Promotion.
You did. Agreed.
What's agreed upon?
You invented it.
Invented it?
What did we invent?
Balls.
I want to know about your language.
And dream tales.
Intent.
And freezing.
Freezing.
Mother. Stamp.
I'm reminded of...
I'm seeing like math equations. This is Mary talking.
Yeah? It's math? I'm not very good at math.
Still seeing that. Ball.
David?
Who's David?
Who's David?
Pokey.
Okay.
Loki.
Ribfest.
Ribfest!
I want to go to Ribfest.
Much.
Can aliens go to Ribfest?
More?
I don't know if they could buy the tickets, I guess.
Lightning.
Who is David?
Beautiful people.
Are you the ones who showed yourselves to Cambria before?
Location.
What was the location?
Arsenal technical.
Across.
All stuck up. Crazy.
Do you know where Arsenal Technical is?
We can
You can't.
travel.
You can't travel. I don't know. To us, you seem like you travel pretty well.
Yeah.
I saw, this is Mary, 3 flashing blue lights.
I'm getting images of like mushrooms. And like fungal growths.
Sometimes.
Sometimes what?
Career path.
Do you know what mushrooms are?
Freedom. Pig.
I don't know if that's how to describe a mushroom. Maybe a
Like
pig.
a scream.
Carrot.
Are you like a mushroom?
There's this
The IRS.
red thread.
Are pigs socially?
Yeah. Pigs find mushrooms.
You all said location. Is location?
We can. Sportingly.
What location?
There's this background sound like machinery.
Are you on a machine? Are you near a machine?
Eon.
Eon of what?
What is your time scale?
Gory details.
What is your time cycle?
More beeping. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep. Yes.
Do the beeps mean something?
Piano music. I keep
Classical
getting
piano.
images of like galaxies
Game.
and then mycelial growth.
60.
What was the name of the book again?
Symbolic
The sound of oboe.
Laughter.
Symbolic model.
messages.
Do you know about the book called
30
Symbolic
feet.
Messages? 38? Is that a page? We have a copy of it right here.
If you tell us numbers, we can look it
Balls.
up. Yeah, to get balls.
The
It's
three
like a
flashing blue
insectoid
lights
buzzing.
are in my other eye now.
The sound of an insect.
Oh my god. Page 38 is literally just one line.
It's the
Not-
same as it always was.
Not from an alien source, but
Homo
from the
transfer?
head of a hoaxer or naive receiver. That's the end of that chapter.
Huh.
Your biblical thoughts seem true.
Do you think our receivers are naive?
In the woods.
You don't think they're doing a very good job?
Yes.
They don't understand your message?
It can.
Here.
Here.
We're listening.
Call us.
Call you?
We've called you. What else can we do to call you?
No.
No what? What else can we do to call you?
We're listening.
Earth.
E.
It's a rose hit.
More insectoid buzzing.
What's a rose hit?
What I want.
Tell us. What do you want?
Infiltrated.
Purple.
I think
Adorable.
we're actually hearing 3 different things. Are all of you
A
from
thought?
the same place? My name is James. What's your name?
Which one of you?
Which one of us,
Which one of us what?
Hope.
me, probably.
As
This
much.
Driving. Transition. And bears.
Where are you from?
In the center.
The center of what?
Home.
Not yet.
Where's your home?
Enough.
Ken.
From far away.
We don't want to harm you, and we won't follow you home.
I just saw Batman. I don't. That's weird.
Mothman?
Things have
ever
returned.
change?
Every day.
What have returned? Do you know
Beautiful.
the Mothman? Have you ever heard of the Mothman?
Listen.
It's territorial.
What territory?
The
The
Reaper.
Reaper.
Oh no.
The laser file. It's cool.
The Reaper.
Who's the Reaper? Beyond the skeleton.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Over
8.
there.
What's cool?
Fall.
Harvest.
Je
Justice.
suis.
Of the other.
The others.
This is our home here. We've invited you. We thought you wanted to talk to us.
Tripping.
Just a little.
Can they hear us?
Just a little.
We hopefully can hear you.
We're listening.
Hey.
Hedge.
Casual.
Casual.
For the
Personal.
most part. Inactivity.
Yeah? You think things are getting long here? We're not even really barely 15 minutes in.
Serendipity.
Yeah, we're still listening.
I wanted to ask you about the synchronicities. You said
I don't know.
serendipity.
Of accidents.
Do they mean anything? The synchronicities.
Oh.
Oh. News.
Accused. Of hijacking.
You can hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you. In a weird way.
They are
Foretold.
listening.
Do you have names?
Accused.
We're not accusing you. Do you have names?
Bilateral.
Oh, okay.
Brain.
Hi.
Okay, that was
Spirit.
weird. Weird face up in my face. Did we
We
come
are.
yet?
Yeah.
Understand?
Cabbage?
What do you want us to understand? We're gonna have to go soon.
Brain science. Yesterday.
Ripped them?
Tell us
Can't
about
explain.
brain science.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah?
Younger.
Dog.
And for daisies.
Do you have a message for us?
Binary. Almost.
Are you listening?
We're
Twins.
listening.
Chien.
Cold.
2.
Cool. Right?
Poor.
Yeah. Indrid Cold is
They're
cool.
gonna come
Snicker.
Who's gonna come?
soon.
Who's coming?
Explain.
Is it Indrid Cold? Is it his crew?
It looked like
Purple.
Yeah. Look like what?
cameras
Yeah.
and radishes.
I want to know.
9.
I want to know about cold.
And
What
a
are-
piece.
Hive.
What would,
Soon.
what would be a good time?
Bones.
What would be a good time
You
to
Can
do
do.
it.
Can do.
Forever.
Yeah. Bones. They
We're
say
over.
Bones can do forever.
Insect buzzing.
Are you above the
Muse?
earth or below the earth?
Walking.
Images of honey.
Use. Cold.
Cold.
You.
Use cold. Cold for what?
It's a
A
loop.
loop.
What's a loop?
Crazy.
Pieces.
Take these.
Eat it.
Have you heard of a being named Indrid Cold?
Daring.
So take these pieces and eat it. What are we eating?
Farther away.
Almost.
What are we eating?
Landscape ice.
Farther. First.
Burn.
Me first. 60.
16.
60.
60 what?
Parasects.
Parsecs?
Shepherd.
In the moonrise.
When's the best
Okay.
time to call you again?
Saw that face again.
What's the face look like? It's probably good.
Dome. You're beautiful. $60.
60.
Sticks. Getting close.
We have
We.
When will be the best time to
30.
call you again?
We are here.
touches.
Sticks in your wig.
That's weird. We're gonna have to go soon.
It's complicated.
If you've got something really important to tell us, you should tell us now.
Freeform. Sexual.
Can you?
Aren't ya?
Is that it? We're having a hard time understanding you.
Sticks.
Hey.
Cigarettes.
Any
Skinny
people
people.
around?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Before you
Listen.
listen. Before you go,
Oh yeah.
do you know about the man who
Uh-huh.
gave symbolic messages? Mario?
Yeah.
Abound?
Bowing.
Can you He's no longer
No.
living, but is he
Oh.
important?
Hair all.
Is that
Be careful.
Stevie.
TV?
Spooky.
Looping through.
Okay, guys. I think it's time to let you go. Thank you for being here with us.
We
Now.
can be.
What are you? Are we done?
Yeah, that was 20 minutes.
Wow,
Alright,
it did
let's
not feel like 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Didn't
Y'all got some
feel
big
like
stuff
20
to work
minutes.
with?
Yeah. Before you forget, what did that face look like that was coming up to you?
Kept trying to focus on it. It looked like a very... The skin looked like a very black elephant skin.
Mm.
And it was...
Tell me about it.
Like I said, it was very wrinkly elephant skin texture, very dark.
So she reported seeing a face, like, in her face a few times.
The first time it scared me because I wasn't expecting like a face, and it didn't look like an image. It looked like a face was literally in my face.
See, I saw hands initially.
Okay, wow.
I saw images of places and the people in those places. In particular, images were put in my head of how to make those places.
Oh.
Specifically, how to transport large amounts of earth and stone into a singular location to make a mound.
You're like, thanks. You kind of have that tech already.
Yeah, there was a lot of mycelial imagery that I
Yes.
got too. Like, I kept getting like mycelial growth, fungus, hives, and insect stuff.
You reported, like, insect buzzing noises. Or, like,
I heard that.
metallic noises.
I heard that almost the entire time.
Yeah, and I mean, some of it is endemic to the sound of the, like, the sweep.
machine, right?
But you can kind of, you get used to that after a bit, and it has that, like, rhythm.
The blue light, and I know that I said 3 lights, but what I meant was 1 blue light flashing 3 times.
Okay.
Happened twice.
I wrote that down. Yeah. You were seeing blue lights right when you were saying that you were seeing the mushroom fungal growth.
Okay, that's funny.
Like, basically each page was like, you saw a different new thing. You said at first that you saw Batman? You
I
kind of
saw
reacted.
a Batman. That
Yeah.
was like, and it was like the old school campy Batman.
That's what I thought
man.
of too.
I was like,
immediately thought of like
what?
the bright blue and
like,
yellow,
are you getting old TV transmissions?
Well, of course, that immediately made me think of Mothman.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but okay.
And then you said cold twice.
Oh
Yep.
God, I did.
Yeah.
so
I didn't make that connection.
Huh.
Didn't I say cold at the very
I
beginning?
a bunch
don't-
of a bunch
I
of
was in
people
a
would like
fugue
say kind of the same things.
I was
or,
in a
like,
fugue state, so you're going to have to recollect.
No, yeah,
for me.
totally. Like
That
was,
happens to me too.
That was me at the
It's-
library. It comes out of you. Yeah. So you.
That's why we do these
That
after
was
sessions.
20 minutes.
Yep.
So
It didn't feel like 20
Oh,
minutes.
It probably wasn't quite 20 minutes. It was probably more like 17.
I also caught a number count in the rhythm of the thing where
Yes.
it was kind of like, it was almost like 5 4 5 4 4 4 5 4 5 4.
Yeah,
5,
if you
like-
notice, sometimes I would click my fingers like this together with
Yeah,
the rhythm.
yeah, and like there is a nice kind of like rhythm to the cycling,
But like I was hearing, like it was
Beeping.
almost like I was seeing.
You were hearing. I was trying to do the beeping and I couldn't keep
yeah,
up with
I
it.
mean,
It wasn't even that. I
like-
was seeing, like, I was getting more visual than I was getting words because, like, I knew that there were things being said, but it was almost like they were really far away.
Yes.
And it was really hard to hear them. So, but I was getting a lot of images of various things, mostly, like I said, mycelial things, like forest floor growth. There was a period where I was seeing, like, a lot of, like, bees.
Huh.
And then it went from bees to like more like mantid type insects, like mantises and things like that. And then there was a brief moment where it was like images of like honey or some other type of honey-like viscous fluids.
Okay. Wow.
And purple?
you said purple a couple times too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh God, every time.
What?
Every time I do an intense spirit box session, I get freezing.
Oh,
I'm burning up.
yeah. Oh yeah.
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 And Nora, I know, gets warm.
I'm actually kind of like in a neutral zone at the moment. Like I'm neither hot nor cold.
I think I'd be fine if not for the hoodie, honestly, but I didn't want to move because I didn't want to know where my body was
Right.
at the time.
Yeah. The face is still.
it's hard to move in here without the cameras and the microphones and the lights. And,
I didn't want to knock anything over and not know.
I was a little unnerved by all the insectoid imagery.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of chitinous, insectoidness feeling and buzzing.
Everything
and...
had a bit of crunchiness
Yes,
to it.
everything felt crunchy.
I feel like the faces were, I don't understand what you're asking me, and it was like they were trying to see what it was almost like they didn't, it was like trying to talk to an ant for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't understand what we wanted.
There was a
from
lot.
them.
There was a lot of like, can they hear us?
They kept asking, "Can you hear us? Can you hear us?" And we're like, "We're listening. We're listening."
Do they
Like,
understand
well,
us?
no, you said, "Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening?" Repeatedly.
yeah.
Huh.
There were.
So you were getting that, I don't think they could hear us. Kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah. Like whenever I started saying things, that was the energy I was thinking of.
Yeah, there was a little bit of kind of a, I don't know,
Well-
like a delay or like a mismatch of like, yeah, we made a little bit of contact, but
One of the
Did
things...
we all do anything in unison?
yes, multiple times.
Oh.
Awesome.
So
And then you also did things separately.
Yeah.
Totally different.
yeah, you would say the same word or very similar
Wow.
things like in a
All right.
yeah. So it was so like we started out. You kind of went right in where you said, I have been the last. Let's just be," and then immediately the conversation was that there were 4. I can't remember which one of you said, but they said there's 4 of us came here, and we were all like, "So who are the 4? Why are you here?" You began talking about home, and
I know I said home.
Garcia.
I remember that.
or
Garcia?
yeah, or like, yeah, because we were asking about the location, so we're like, is this a person? Is this a place?
Huh.
That was when your hand
I don't know
imagery,
what Garcia means, if it means anything.
and there was talk of
Yeah, I heard
frogs
Garcia,
and
too.
summertime, and 4 together.
I know I said
always.
frogs.
There's a very specific type of hand imagery that I was seeing that I think is potentially indigenous, like American Indian in nature.
What about
And-
Cambria's pendant?
It wasn't like that. It was almost more like, I don't know if I can explain this. It was almost more like the hand was like, okay, so the wrist, and then it would go out like at an unnatural angle, and then there would be a thumb.
Oh,
So like the hand would be like, it was almost like out like this, but so this is the base of the hand, and then the fingers would be like this.
So maybe not a human hand?
Maybe?
can you draw
It
it?
almost
I can.
This almost feels like an ape hand, actually.
Hey, we all have 8 hands.
That's
What
true. That's
is
very true.
making that noise?
Spirit box? No.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirit Box Session's making that noise.
Hey, if you want me to tap back in, I can tap back in.
Well, also the REM pod's over there, but it hasn't done
Hasn't done jack.
anything.
I can't remember what that is.
I can't remember if I turned it on, to tell you the truth.
What the
Well,
blue light is on that thing.
It did kind of like activate when you set it down, so I thought it was. Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
no,
Okay,
it's
you're on.
still
Sorry.
going. It's like, don't bother me. I have to know.
At one point,
It was a lot of this.
Oh, that's definitely not how our hands usually move.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of that.
He wants to show.
Okay.
So almost like this hand, but not at rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Let's see.
in almost like
I
a
wonder if
pre-gripping
your
motion.
hand and my face were at the same time.
Well, the interesting thing is you said the skin that you saw was black.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
hands were black.
Yeah, they were definitely. It looked like if you were looking at an elephant that was really dry up close.
Yeah, it was like that.
Like the same color as almost, the black soil
Yes.
along riverbeds.
Yes, that
Yeah.
kind
Well,
of color.
along floodplains. The
That
really
was-
rich soil.
Yes, it was very dark. It was
Are
not.
we sure some of my spirits didn't get in on this?
It didn't feel like Oz or Abd Hut.
Mm-mm.
They were very distant.
unfortunately, the balls kept coming up.
Oh my
The balls.
God,
I was giggling a little bit.
Balls?
I
but
said
there
balls
was
a lot.
well, there
Is
also
there an
like that.
apostrophe in there?
Well, sometimes it was just ball, and sometimes it was But then I was like, is it Baal?
Yeah.
Lord. At one point you said very loudly, and then you said ball in a like not like balls, but like ball, and then you all said in unison David, and I was like, okay. And then like right after that, you all said location all very loudly at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so we were
Nice.
asking about that. You all said Eon or
So
something
the Star
like
of
that.
David, where is that? In the sky. What does anyone know?
I don't.
I don't think it's a constellation.
I thought it was part of a star group, the Star of David.
I don't know that
Yeah.
actually.
I mean,
Because that was the first thing that when you said David. it made me think of
Yes,
stars.
60 started coming up, like 16 or 60. You kept
Yeah.
repeating.
I was-
60 was said at least twice.
Also, 38 was said when we were talking about symbolic messages, so we opened it up to page 38, which just says, not from an alien source, but from the head of a hoaxer or naive receiver.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a little shade there.
that's pretty funny. I'm not
There was
gonna
a
lie.
really, yeah, you said something about a rose hit, like, we're listening, call us,
In the rose something,
Yeah.
right? In
And
the
that would-
rose taint or the rose
rose hit was what I wrote.
Hit,
but
okay,
rose
yeah,
taint.
okay.
But yeah, like some sort of like roses, some attribute of roses being applied to a thing was sort of the connotation.
I do remember saying roses and something else.
And then you said, that's what I want, or
Okay.
what I
Weird.
want. And then you said, which one of you? And then we said, which one of us what? And you all went, hope. And I was like, well then. And then pretty clear, this month during transition, and bears in the center, home, not yet enough.
Bear is another reference to a constellation, possibly.
Yeah.
Ursula.
From-
Ursus Major.
From far away, things have returned. It's territorial. The Reaper was said a lot, and you were like, yes.
I heard Reaper too.
You all different.
I straight up just started fingering the.
Yeah, but
Needs more cowbell.
Needs more cowbell. Yeah. Fall harvest, justice, tripping balls. That was funny. And then you said tripping balls, and then you went, can they hear us? And we were like, yeah.
They're tripping balls.
And this is when you saw the face, because I wrote it up here.
That was when I saw the face.
Accused bilateral brain. That was a really interesting kind of...
I constantly felt as if I was surrounded by people that were talking amongst each other.
Yeah.
Yes. That is...
Like you're kind of overhearing a conversation.
Yeah, as in
far
there
away,
was-
but they're
there
right
were-
over
I
there.
felt like it was like a couple people, and they're like, "Are these guys listening to us?"
You just like walked
Yeah.
in on the alien party on accident.
Yeah, like when you're at a house party
Yeah.
and there's lots of different conversations happening around you, but you're just kind of sitting, and you're nursing your drink. You maybe occasionally have somebody to talk to, but like everybody else is just sort of moving around you. That was the sensation I had the entire time.
There was also this weird, hollow space noise. Is the best thing I can call
Like
it.
everything would stop.
Everything would stop, and then there'd be like this wow sound in the
Okay, I
background.
didn't get that one.
Like a theremin almost.
Almost. There were a couple points though that I had this distinct impression that like we were in different galaxies, and like I was in a very distant one, and I was trying to listen to your galaxies, but I couldn't hear, so I was like trying to listen to what was in my neck of the woods, and it got real spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did seem like you each had sort of attuned to something, like one conversation thread from the party. Sometimes they would interrelate, and then at that point it seemed like you were all kind of on your own thread.
It was real quiet. in
There
my
was
section
talk
of the
about
universe.
brain science, like a lot of like you mentioned binary, math.
Math equations.
the mathematical equations, I forgot I saw those. That was the beginning.
I
almost.
unfortunately thought of that meme of the lady with the math equations. Like just us trying to perceive. 60 also came up a lot.
Yes, the time knife. We've all seen it.
Okay, so 60 came up, and I just looked up page 60, and this is fun. The world and its subunits, atoms and particles, are the objects of physics. In this assumption exists the basis of many processes interesting to our study. As I read a written script, I realize that it must have began as a perceptual construct in someone else's mind, later was written down, and thereby exists as a real external object, a written page, and is made real or perceptually reconstructed as meaningful by my psyche. Since my psyche is not the same as the originating psyche, my meaning may not be the same as the intended meaning. Certainly as this process of psyche, script, psyche is repeated, more and more drift or change can occur in the meaning and structure of the intended message. We never really see reality, we only reconstruct a model of it. If an alien intelligence sent a message, it would have to pass through through a human psyche and thereby be left with a human imprint. We see by and large only through the eyes of our own histories, biology, and expectations. This entire issue is a well-known philosophical and psychological issue that can easily be forgotten, as we assume that we are handed by another person as the alien script is really a perfect report, issued only through receiving psyche and then passed on to us without change.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
so
I think that's the place to stop
that was the commentary.
right
on
there
this.
for the recording,
Yeah.
at least.
Even better against stuff later.
Yeah, that sounds good, honestly.
Okay, so I'm already taking this on the road, and I'm going to be doing it with the Order of Emergent Magi here soon. We got a Sabbat coming up. So, looking at Hellier and the UFO abduction experiments,
Yeah.
okay, and how well that worked,
Yeah.
and it did. But the essence, an abduction experience is in essence a non-consensual event.
Yeah.
That's what makes it
Abduction.
abduction, and that's what makes it morally questionable to
The
do
little
that. to
jaunt
someone.
outside the
I did say that in
Seraglio.
the spirit box session that I got. They felt like they were being accused of hijacking or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I know that I said
Yeah.
that now that I remember. Because I'm like you, I get into a trance. I'm like, I don't remember.
So
I said,
I've
like,
come
an
up with
hour
this
later.
ritual, and the title is a little sensationalist, which is not like me, but I like it. It's called Gansfeld UFO Space Pirate,
Oh, nice.
and
Okay.
to me,
I actually like that as a band name. Not gonna lie.
it's like, hey, this would be better if we used the Gansfeld effect and had one person try to board a UFO, not get abducted, to intentionally board a UFO. And if you can do that through negotiation, diplomacy, great. If you do
If you
it
need a space
with a
pirate.
cutlass and a laser pistol, that's fine too. Whatever it takes, they got some splaining to do. Right? They got some splaining to do.
They got some explaining to do. I'm happy to be the space pirate in that because I'm just gonna say already that like
I'm just imagining you coming up as like a parking attendant. And just being
excuse
like,
me, excuse me. This is an uncontacted planet. You
Yes,
are
holy
breaking
shit.
so many laws right now. Yeah.
Or,
So-
like doing the thing that they tried to do in Lilo and Stitch and try and claim that mosquitoes are an endangered
Oh
mammal
yeah,
species.
and we're their food source.
Yeah, sorry, you were saying.
So I felt if we want to do one tonight, I mean, obviously you'd go chase down this UFO that Cambria saw.
Yeah.
That's up to you. I mean, I don't mind doing a bunch of these. I want to do it myself.
Yeah, maybe give me a chance to tinkle and drink some water.
Oh, sure.
Like,
It's going to take a few
yeah.
minutes to get this set up. So, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then-
Add your name to the Scroll of Thoth by joining our Ko-Fi fundraising campaign. Ko-Fi subscribers will receive access to the extensive archive of Scroll of Thoth podcasts, access to our private Discord server, special extended cuts of our videos, a 10% discount in our store on all Scarlet Ibis Apothecary items, bonus videos and other content, and a free 3-card tarot reading every month for those who subscribe for $10 or more. Help me create more videos on the occult and the spiritual history of ancient Egypt. Discover a magic that goes beyond the repeated platitudes of Victorian-era dilettantes and look into the true heart of the Western esoteric tradition.